So it's Jef with World of Sound, and I'm here with Sep from Dub Mission, and I'm really excited to be here with you today because you guys are kind of approaching your 20-year anniversary, which is kind of a crazy thing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
So, I mean, it's sort of nuts to think that you've been running for nearly 20 years in San Francisco, but I think 20 years anywhere is sort of a major accomplishment, right?
I don't know too many clubs that have gone this long consistently.
Yeah.
We've been on since 1996. For more than 19 years, we made it happen every Sunday night, and all at the Elbow Room.
Right, so let's do the math. Like 20, so you figure there's like 50 shows a year. That's like 1,000 shows.
Well, we had our 1,000th show last October.
That's crazy.
And I know that we had more shows than that, but
1,000 shows.
1,000 shows.
It's crazy.
It only feels like 800.
I know, right? After 750, it's all downhill.
Yeah. We were always very eclectic with our music.
Right.
We never really wanted it to be just a revival night.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started in '96, dub had this resurgence.
Yeah.
And Vinnie and Maneesh and I were all crazy about the music. So we really put a lot of emphasis on the dub. You know, I had this idea about doing a club night, and I'd never done a club night before.
Well, you hit it pretty hard the first time.
I learned along the way,
Yeah.
and my DJs, you know, Vinnie and Maneesh, just the same thing. We've all learned on the job, essentially. And we just loved this music.
Yeah.
And we wanted to showcase it, and that was first and foremost.
Right.
If people come on any given night, they'll hear dub, they'll hear roots, they'll hear dancehall, they'll hear the classics, and they'll also hear brand new stuff.
Yeah, and I think a lot of folks, when they think of dub, they think of kind of like, you know, super kind of stoned out, like really down tempo, and the beats are pretty, I wouldn't say aggressive, but they're kind of tumbling through on the dancehall tip. I mean,
Absolutely.
the crowd is really moving here.
Yeah, and it's not meant to be just, you know, it's not the same as staying at home and listening to music.
Right. Selassie I the first, right ruler on the earth. The conquering lion reigns over the universe. Ring, for the Banton, come again now. So run, go tell your friend me ball. So, low, play it low. Alright, listen. Say mana. Say mana. Say mana. Say mana.
It is a club night.
Yeah.
So, and as one of my friends very astutely pointed out, dubs were made for the dance.
Yeah.
And so it's always been part of our mission or whatever to have all of that incorporated, so dub is not relegated necessarily to what you put on at home. But it's also influenced all this music. I mean, you'll hear some drum and bass here and raga because that's obviously been influenced. And the new dance hall, a lot of the electronic production that you hear these days has its roots in
That's what I say
production.
when I teach electronic music, you know, and I always say that the root of electronic music is in dub.
In dub.
Because it's that non-linear, you can just drop in anywhere in the mix and like blow stuff up and, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really great for people to know that.
Yeah.
And that sort of became part of our mission too, is to showcase this music as something that's the mother of all those things.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Hip hop as well. So there's just so much music that owes a debt to it. But
let's go to San Francisco, California. Let's go to San Francisco, California. Hey, let's go to California, California. Let's go to San Francisco. Greetings.
Elbow Room has been very, very supportive of us from the beginning over the years.
Yeah, it's kind of a legendary room, you know, it's amazing.
It's a fantastic room, and, you know, I'm grateful to that. I'm grateful to people who've come to it over the years, because people don't come, there's no club, you know, and so that's a huge part of it too.
All around the world we send the love, Dub Mission, San Francisco, General Love Fire, Bless King, out to Santa Cruz, California, California, we love you.
We weren't really interested in just spinning music from the mid-70s, and we never have just done that. So that was never an issue. And the music is still as exciting as ever, if not even more so.
Yeah. And you guys kind of rode the dubstep wave for a minute. I came in here and heard some pretty heavy breaks, you know, and it comes and goes, right?
Yeah, and because for us, you know, from our perspective, it was dub, you know, and sort of just like jungle, it became commercial and it became different and it stepped away from its roots.
Yeah, Love Fire there, you know, say, I just want to say, it's been an honor and a blessing to come here and support the music, support the family, and support Dub Mission. Yeah, Rastafari, long time, sound system, Rastafari. Big up.
And so what are you really into now? Like what's getting you kind of jazzed up and excited?
I've had my own evolution, so I've moved more and more into production. So I find it exciting to do sound system shows more with.
Yeah, your set with the MC. No, tell me his name again. Love Fire. That was amazing.
Fantastic.
One life we live in is one life is blessing on top. Light up some fire, me go here like you're not seeing
So how much time do you spend kind of like crate digging? I mean, like do you guys like just stay at home and just cull like the web and like go digging in the stores?
It's different. Like I do that.
Yeah.
And
I think
funnily enough, I do that more than ever.
Yeah.
Because there's just a tremendous amount of music out there.
Right.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Just give us a breakdown of who's rolled through.
Who's rolled through?
Just name them. Just
name them.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Let's see. The Scientist, Mad Professor, Adrian Sherwood, Mungo's Hi-Fi, with Soom T and Solo Banton, Twilight Circus Dub Sound System, Zion Train, DJ Vadim.
Yeah.
Those are just the ones that I can kind of think of off the top of my head.
I mean, it's like, and they're kind of huge. They're like huge, and the room is like not that big, you know. And it's like they just come, and it's just like this. It's like this sweaty.
And we've had newer artists as well.
Yeah, of course.
Dr. Israel has probably played here many times over the years. It's probably our MVP. So yeah, it is very exciting because with some of these artists, we've been here almost throughout their career.
Who still insists to stay in wicked Babylon? The boat shall roll.
I'm Neil Fraser. That's what my mom says. What I do for a living, I press buttons. In modern day term, I'm a sound engineer, electronic technician. I'm a geek. I love devices. It's similar to in the jungle where you see a place where the animals come and they drink water. They drink water to stay alive. That's what this place is. People come here to drink water to stay alive. This is the Frisco Dub watering hole.
Children of Israel, children of the rainbow, children of
Well, I just want to wish you just so much congratulations and just amazing. It's so great. Congratulations on 20 years in San Francisco.
Congratulations on the program.
Thank you so much. We're glad that you're here. And let's go talk with the rest of the crew.
Yes.
All right. Cheers. Right on.
Well, my name is Vinnie Esparza. I am one of the long-time residents of Dub Mission. I have been there pretty much since day one, so for about 20 years, more or less. And it's a little hard to believe we're coming up on our 20-year anniversary. It makes me feel really old. I'm 21, I swear. it started building over time, but I swear to God, for like the first maybe year, it was just us and the bartender. I got to give thanks to the Elbow Room for believing in us and sticking with us for as long as they have been, because any other club would have been like, you guys are out of here after the first month. But it's definitely paid off, and here we are 20 years later. So yeah, we're pretty proud of that. Probably the highlight for me were a couple of artists that we had for our anniversary shows. One was Scientist. I'm a big fan of Scientist, and a lot of his earlier works are pretty amazing records. Kind of some of my favorite. All the Greensleeve stuff that he did and things prior to that and a little before that are great. He's still active and still doing his thing, but I'm a fan of the classics myself. Adrian Sherwood was another person that we had come down, and he was just amazing. We actually had him a couple of times, maybe even 3 times. One night he decided to just do a bunch of old King Tubby dubs and dub those out, so it was like dub on dub action. It was pretty amazing, actually. So those were 2 of the highlights, but we've had so many great artists come through and bless us with their performances, but those are my personal favorites right off the top of my head. Yeah. Okay, well, this is the world famous Groove Merchant Records in the Lower Haight in San Francisco. The store has been around for over 20 years, maybe about 25 at this point. This is an amazing, amazing store, and I'm lucky to be able to work here. I've been working here for about 15, 20 years. I don't even remember at this point. And it specializes in rare records, kind of unusual records, which is what makes working here so much fun. It's definitely been great schooling for me, and it continues to be. It never ceases to amaze me what exists on vinyl. So here we have our 45 section, and there's a ton more 45s over there, and then a lot of cool posters you probably have seen in the clips. So yeah, we're in the Lower Haight. Please come by. I'm here on Wednesdays. All right, so here we are in our small but mighty reggae section. Up front is a record by Charlie Chaplin, and I love the fact that Jamaican guys would just outright name themselves after someone famous and not even bother changing the spelling of the name or anything. So Charlie Chaplin's one, Clint Eastwood's another guy, Lee Van Cleef is another person, and I just got to give him props for that. That's pretty amazing. You couldn't really get away with that, I think, anywhere else except maybe Jamaica. Here is another favorite of mine, the Freddie McGregor Big Ship classic album from '82 on Greensleeves. Just beautiful, beautiful record. If you don't own this, please just run out immediately and buy this. No, really, go out and buy this right now. Fantastic album. And here's a nice rarity. An original pressing of Big Youth, Screaming Target. Classic album, probably one of his better known ones. And this is a nice original pressing on the orange and white early Trojan label. So, this section's small, but we definitely pack a punch, So there's a ton more other stuff in here that's interesting, but these 3 are my personal favorites. So yeah, come on down and see what we have.
Hey, it's Maneesh the Twister, resident DJ at Dub Mission. At the beginning there wasn't really anything else like it going on. There were definitely reggae nights, but it was a little bit more commercial, kind of more on the dancehall tip, or strictly roots, where we were kind of coming at it from a different angle and bringing in really like foundational dub elements and playing that for like a good portion of the night. Fast forward a little bit later, and boom, electronic music is starting to get more popular, and I think that really resonated for us with with that crowd, because people saw the connection between dub music and other forms of music. And for me personally, I've been involved in all kinds of different music. I was part of the Mall crew, doing a lot of global bass and Asian underground kind of stuff, as well as with Surya Dub, where we were kind of incorporating bass music along with dub and reggae and kind of early, dubstep and other drum and bass and other forms of kind of dub-wise influenced bass music. So for me, it's been great to have Dub Mission as a forum as well, allowing me to kind of play, digital roots, some UK steppers, kind of like some of the like left field dub influenced electronic music, and really take people out on a journey and kind of take them out to some new stuff, and then also bring back some roots and some original dub and kind of show them the connection and connect the dots for that kind of music. Yeah, well, I think San Francisco is an amazing place for arts in general, and definitely for music and underground music especially. I think, SF was a fantastic place that allowed us to kind of bring what we brought to the city and the community and the music scene. So it's been amazing to, have been part of this crew and part of this night for so long. I mean, it's amazing just to be 20 years to do anything, especially a club night, a weekly club night, and at the same venue in the same part of town, and kind of just witness how everything has changed from in the city, and just take that journey along with folks. So definitely feel blessed to have been part of it, and with an amazing crew of folks. Cool. So definitely want to shout out Dennis in the Elbow Room, along with Matt and Eric for supporting us all this time, and a big shout out to Ludacris, J Boogie, Vinnie, and Sep, of course, for inviting me to be part of the crew. And big ups to SF and the SF and the music community for making this all possible and giving us a venue to present our vibe.